Hey, welcome to the channel. Welcome to my shop. Today in this video I want to show you a project I'm working on for a customer that I've already got pretty much done, but I'm going to backtrack and show you the steps I took to get this far. This is a cover for a cooktop that the customer wants to cover when they're not using. So I'm going to break this down and show you what I've done so far to this project. I have started with a piece of 3/4 inch quarter sawn oak plywood, and we're putting a border on there, or lift, okay, because we want to lift this up off the burner grates about 2 inches. And I have to take into consideration the 3/4 inch plywood, so these are 2 3/4, and I need a way to adhere this. And you can see what I'm doing here is I'm actually using the Festool domino, and I'm going to connect that and glue this, and that's going to give me a real good seam. So what I need to do next, I'm going to show you how I'm going to actually make those dominoes. Okay, so I've got my piece here, and I'm going to line that up, and I want to make a mark on both pieces so I know where to line up that Festool domino joiner and make my hole there. So I'm using a square to stick it a straight line. I'll do 3 on this one. And you can see I made that line, 3 lines. So we're going to cut that with our domino joint. Alright, I'm going to make my mortises with my Festool domino joiner. And I'm going to put my dominoes in. The small ones are hard to work with without hitting your hand. And there we go. I got all 3. Alright, put the mortise in the top. Let's see if it fits. I'll show you what that looks like. You can see those dominoes going there. And I'm going to tap those in. Put it together. Show you how I made the detail here on this end piece. It's really kind of neat. It's a little bead, and this is the bit. So this is a bit that came with a shutter kit for making shutters and louvers from Rockland. You can tell because it's blue, but it makes a really nice bead. So you can see the cut I'm going to get there. So let's make this happen. There it is. All right, so let's glue this up. brush here, spread that out a little bit. Dominoes are so nice. I won't have to pin this. I'll have no holes for the pins. It stays in place until I'm ready to clamp it. Really a nice application for this. I believe these are the smallest dominoes you can get, smallest ones I have. Oh, clean that. All right, so I'm going to go do the other two sides and then to get the clamps out. All right, I got a couple clamps on the bottom. Now I'm going to lace them across the top to clamp in these sides here. Four on, so I'll move this one over. You can never have enough clamps. All right, I'm gonna let that sit for a couple hours, and then we'll come back and start sanding. So hang in there, I'll be right back. All right, it's been a couple hours. I'm gonna get these clamps off. And our next step is going to be sanding. Got an 80. My Fest tool, ETS EC 125, and that is hooked up to a vacuum, which is excellent system to collect that dust. applying the stain, the customer wanted a gray stain, and I'm using a General Finishes gel stain, gray. And I'm going to wipe this after it sets in for a little while. I like using foam brushes. I just feel like it's a lot neater. You can probably actually see the front that I've already applied and wiped. You can see the wood tone come through. All right, I'm gonna let that set in for a couple minutes and then I'll wipe it off. Okay, the last step. I'm going to put 2 coats of polyurethane on this that will protect it. After the first coat, I'm going to give it a light sand, and then I'll give it a second coat. First coat's done.